Merseyside police had a bit of a major incident yesterday, the 26th of August, as a man accused of engaging with minors online was met with what appeared to be a paedophile hunting group before going on to allegedly stab himself in the neck. Now, I've seen the video and it does appear to me that he slashed his throat with a knife, but he could have stabbed himself as the camera work was a bit shoddy, where people were quite rightly starting to panic. The 55-year-old man can be heard in the video telling the group that he's going to kill himself with the blade at his throat before drawing the knife across his neck, and blood starts to drip on his shirt. Another man appears from behind and donkey punches the man with the knife, but he refuses to let the knife go. Although the punch was clearly not to disarm him, as in the video you hear him call the man who hit him call the man with the knife a nonce. Police soon swarmed the area opposite Kirkby police station, but the video was already watched many times before Facebook banned the live stream, and possibly other examples of the video too. I do have the video, and it is currently on my Twitter page if you want to see it, that is, and I'll link to that in the description before Twitter remove it. But if they do remove it, then I'll upload the video to my website server and link directly to it for anyone who does have the urge to watch it. I have to be honest, it isn't what I would call overly graphic, but is graphic enough to make it completely unsuitable for children, and possibly unsuitable for those of you who may have PTSD or an aversion to blood. The 55-year-old man has survived and is in a stable condition after police arrived and an ambulance was called. Merseyside police confirmed that they were called to an incident at 5 p.m. yesterday, the 26th of August. A 55-year-old man from Kirkby was later arrested on suspicion of grooming a child under 14 and possession of a bladed article. A Merseyside police spokesperson said, at around 5 p.m, officers attended an incident near Kirkby police station where a man was detained. The man was taken to hospital with serious injuries to his throat following the incident, where he remains in a stable condition. The 55-year-old man from Kirkby was later arrested on suspicion of grooming a child under 14 and possession of a bladed article. An investigation is underway and a scene in place in the area whilst officers continue witness inquiries and examine CCTV footage. Please be mindful that this is a live investigation and not to speculate about the circumstances of this incident, as it could jeopardise our inquiries. Now, as I've said, Facebook have already taken the video down. I can only find 2 examples of it on YouTube, and they aren't even videos, it's just a couple of stills from the video. I've uploaded it to Twitter. I've edited it slightly just to make people aware that it is a graphic video, but I've got no doubt whatsoever that that will be taken down at some point. So please, if you click the link to the Twitter in the description and you can't find the video on my Twitter page, then check again in the description, as there will also be a link to the video on my website server. Now, this video isn't about the police being bastards. This isn't about any other public servants or crown servants doing anything that they shouldn't be doing. But this will now be used by the police and by other authorities to try and put a stop to paedophile hunting groups who, in my opinion, do a far better job generally with less injuries than the police actually do themselves. So bearing in mind that there are very few incidents like this that actually happen, usually paedophile hunting groups will go with a bunch of security that will prevent something like this from happening. This team, if they were a team, clearly from the video footage weren't very, I would say, experienced and didn't have the right people with them. But I still think the police will use this as an example now to stamp down on paedophile hunting groups, which means that a lot more paedophiles will get away with being paedophiles. So we'll keep an eye on this story, and that's the reason why I've added this to a report, okay, is because I think the police and the governments will use this as an excuse to stamp out paedophile hunting groups or to vilify paedophile hunting groups, even though they do a far better job than our police do themselves.